And we are live. Welcome to. Wait a sec, this isn't Slay the Spire, this is. Welcome to Slay the Princess with me, Zul. My break from Slay the Spire continues. Tomorrow will probably be the last day. Depends on if we can clear tomorrow's game tomorrow. First of all, yeah, in time, I mean. So this is another horror game. Oh my gosh. We're doing Halloween on Christmas, you know. We'll have Halloween on Christmas, and in the night we'll wish this never ends. Yeah, everything's fine on Twitch. Everything's fine on OBS. Let us start. Also, content warning. Oh my god. Content warning. This is a horror game and it is not intended for all audiences. Please read our website. Okay, sure. I'm fine, probably. Motion sickness, parallax effect. Okay. Okay, can. Sure, nice. Have heart and see them through whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces. Have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. Sounds like Slay the Spire. The only fresh person at the beginning. This is a love story. Well, I tried every night that I died for you, baby, you know? I cried every night. Your love drove me crazy, baby. If the love that I've got is so strong, if the river I cry is so long, then I'm wrong, cause this ain't a love song. Bon Jovi's These Days album, I think 1995, when they were in their emo phase, before they came back in 1999 or 2000 with the It's My Life album, I think. Oh no, it's not It's My Life. It's I remember the cover of that album. It was Satellite. Right. Oh, my hand, my cursor's a little claw thing. And you know what claw means, right? Claw is the law. Everything's fine. Let's go. New game. Everything's fine, right? Yes. Hopefully the sound and all that is okay. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. Okay. Explore the end of the world. What are you talking about? Okay, explore the end of the world. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Alright, cool. But how can a princess locked away in the basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence to back this up?
You're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Okay. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Why? She's stuck in there, what?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Okay, but if I got locked away, would you be here to stay? Would you promise me, would you still love me that way?
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Alright, sure, hit me with your best shot.
Causality doesn't matter here.
Oh my gosh.
Because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Full beans.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Let's just continue with all of the options, right? Let's look at the first one. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you
Are
a
you a
monarchist?
monarchist? What?
Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Okay. Got some sort of reward. Okay. Can't someone else do this?
Oh, if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
What does that mean?
Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Alright, man. From rural Japan to some medieval place, I'm here to kill monsters and chew bubblegums, and I'm all out of monsters, I guess, or bubblegum, I don't remember. Maybe I'm okay, do I get some reward? Look, I'll go to heaven and maybe I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say, maybe I'll say, but I'm not going to do anything, okay? Okay, let's exploring, right? We're not like choosing anything right now, right?
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
I'm one of those doomers.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Do I get some sort of reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Or lay her, then slay her. How about that? Can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Right. Okay, I mean, I'll take your word for it, Mr. The Narrator, if that is your real name. I'll go to him. Let's go. Okay, thanks. Let's I think just slay her first. Go to Kevin, talk to her, which is bad. Maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not going to do anything. Okay, fine, I'll go to Kevin. Okay, I'm sold with this, let's go get over with. Okay, thanks. Okay, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Suddenly turn around and leave. Turn around and leave. Let's go with this option first, alright?
I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
I'm not a simp, don't worry about it,
Then
man.
each and every one of us is doomed.
Trust me, I'd win.
So sure, go, talk to her.
His famous last words.
See how that turns out for all of us.
Let's go, man.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin, let's go.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement.
In my implement,
You'll need
okay?
it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Okay. Enter the basement. Anything else? Oh, it changed my height. Oh, okay.
Creaks open,
Have the
revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Right. I guess we have a job to do.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
I mean, she's the only one here,
Don't
right?
let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Okay, you know what? We're going to, instead of talk to her, we just kill her. Continue down the stairs and just
Good.
kill her.
You're still listening to reason.
Just slay her, right? That's the
You walk down the stairs
name
and
of the
lock
game.
eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you called me, I'm here to slay you now. I understand it. Steal your nerves and step forward. Let's go. Let's just step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if are you sure? So okay, drop the blade. Slay the princess. Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Oh no! Oh no!
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Oh no!
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Hello there, Hasune. Yes, we're slaying princesses now.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over?
Oh
Really over?
no. Do I have to go like 56 floors to get 3 keys? I understand the choice. Spire can't be slain. Yes, Hatsune, Spire can't be slain. Of course it is. She's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she has some kind of trick on him. Of course not. That was too easy. That was too easy.
Over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that.
Okay, you know what, Mr. Narrator? I'm gonna
Why
trust
shouldn't
you.
we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your
Yeah, it's
blade
a visual
pierced her
novel,
heart.
Hatsune.
There's no coming back from that.
You're right, she's dead. Let's get out. I'm gonna trust the narrator on our first run.
Yes, exactly.
It's over.
It's over.
End of the game, guys. If you like what you see, consider following on Twitch. No, we're gonna
With
continue.
your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad.
Easy any
But it was
percentage.
for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what
What?
you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place.
Mind you, I
far
trusted you,
away.
Mr. Narrator. I trusted you, and this is what you're gonna give me?
What happened?
Somebody set us up the bomb. We get signal. It's you. How are you, gentlemen?
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
What? Wait, is this my prize? This is great. Thank you so much. Wait, this is my prize? This sucks. This is bullshit. Let me out of here. Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping I get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending.
Huh?
In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
What do you mean by beginning of eternity?
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
The narrator is evil? No! Untrustworthy, unreliable narrator.
Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy, we're happy. Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get out? Of course not. Okay.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Okay. I'm not happy, but I'm just saying that because you're the last person I talked to. No, I'm happy, I'm sure of it. Okay, I'm not happy because it's not what I expected.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
I'm gonna... What?
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
Schizo.
Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead? Anything to get out of this hell, you're right. I didn't like that idea. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing, at least for too long. Let's
How
explore.
astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it.
You know that people die when they are killed?
In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die. I'm not using death over your weird hunch. I didn't like the idea. I'm just going to stick around to do nothing. Okay, do we... I think we just stick around for a while longer.
What a relief.
Yeah, let's follow the narrator for now. Just follow whatever the narrator says.
I suppose we've got all the time in the world for you to change your mind. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voice's pleas fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Good ending, you did it. You saved everyone. Yay! Jazul Omedeto! Jazul Omedeto! Jazul Omedeto! This is the end of Evangelion all over again, man. Internal bliss, yay, you did. Here's a track order for the special play just for you. You can hit it. Here's the track order for a special play just for you. If you like to take a screenshot, you can. Okay, high H. Okay, can. Your song, the princess, the one. Okay. This is going to my cringe collection. Join the Discord, join the mailing list, join the subreddit. Play our other game. No, just return to main menu. Okay, let's new game it then.
You're on a path. You're here.
Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I wanted to off a Monarch Viva la Revolution. Okay.
That's the spirit.
I already did all of the
you
other
make your
options.
way up the short path to the camp. A warning before you go any further.
Okay.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
In Viva La Raza, I lie, I cheat, I steal. You know, if you're not cheating, you're not playing.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Can we lay them instead?
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the
Not
floor
that kind
and
of
walls
yen.
are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden. The blade is your.
Okay. So last time we took the blade, right? Let's just enter the basement without the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. Her voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
Is hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hi, just thinking I'm here to save you. Lie. Okay, we come here unarmed. Just say hi, lah. This time we talk to them. We talk to the princess unarmed and all that.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
By the way, Hasune, if you're planning to leave, do let me know first, because okay, I'll just tell you now, lah. I'm actually planning to buy BG3 because it's already on sale for the winter sale, right? But I'm not sure like how I want to, if I even want to stream it or not, like, because I either will play it with my brother, play it on my own on YouTube, like upload straight to YouTube, or if I like play it, stream it. But streaming it, like, it's a whole thing, lah. Do it. I'm gonna play it for sure, but I don't know how I'm going to like. Do I want to do anything about it or not? Okay, yeah.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
She's so
Hi.
happy.
Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Alice in Chains, huh? Let's talk first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
I don't know anything about your reason. If I'm the first person who knows everything I'm drinking, I sent you to slay you. It was the end of the world. Keep you locked here at least for a week. We can. I'm sorry, I just can't add up. Okay, got to the blade without saying a word. I can't believe they've kept you down here. Okay, I'm going to get you out of here. Okay, no, let's just talk to her.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Princess Bride. It's just a movie, right? Princess Bride. I've not seen it. It's an old movie.
Sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
I can fix her, right, guys? I can fix her.
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
She has to eat, right? I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. What are you going to do if I got? Well, I wanted to see for myself. I don't think you're actually dangerous, but I want to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe. Starting to think that it's true. See for myself.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
Reflect. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, I'm sure there are reasons for keeping that information secret for me. No, which is why I don't actually think you're dangerous. You've been silent. I'm pretty sure I'm ironclad.
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
What I do doesn't really matter, right? At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
No.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to?
Because we've been locked down here?
We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company? Maybe then everyone could be happy. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other while I decide what to do. I'm sorry I can't trust you. This just doesn't add up, and it isn't worth the risk to take your word over the fate of the world. Go back upstairs. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here, getting out of here. Okay, I'm going to get you out of here. Don't make me get this. Oh shit. How about let's stay here for a while.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Oh no! She has them crazy eyes, chat. Hug me, I'm scared, chat. Retrieve the blade. Let's get you out of here. You like her? Hello, drama. Who is she? She's the princess. We're supposed to slay her. We did slay her in the first cycle. This is the second cycle. This is exactly just like Slay the Spire, by the way. We are going to examine the chains.
You can't be serious.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret this, I promise.
You're making a huge mistake. No, I think you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't any a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm going to check out there upstairs. Maybe the key is still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to put you free. Let's see if there isn't a key.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Break the chains, guys. The only chains holding us back are the ones that we put on ourselves. Or something I don't remember the actual code.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Oh, it's like the saw idea, huh?
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Nonchalance.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Oh, it's nonchalant. I thought it was nonchalant.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Let's just call out for help for now.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
Easier for whom?
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Who's they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Okay. She's crazy, man. We slayed her in the last cycle. We're gonna save her this time.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
We're like an orc or something?
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her
Excuse
escape.
me, narrator?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do
Hey, you
that.
can't just do that, my dude.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
Slay the princess, 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 slay the princess. Slay the princess, 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 slay the princess. Warn her. Slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess. Where's the lay the princess option? Let's warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Slay the princess. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
That's what she said.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Okay, I'm not dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
It's okay, it's just a riddle with holes, right? 2 energy, 3 damage times 5. We just take 15. We're like ironclad or whatever.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I did not realize you would
She
actually
doesn't
do
know
that.
how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it?
SX
Stab
underscore
wound is
tracks,
still
thank you
a
for the
stab
follow.
wound. It won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
It's over?
Everything goes dark. And you die.
Boys, we got it back. If we die, we can just get it back. Chapter 2?
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
We're in Act 2 now, I guess.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. I've just been in this place before. Higher on the street, and I know... Never
A
mind.
terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll will have to be sneaky about it.
Who the heck is this guy?
Our beloved. Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
4? So, Smitten, Hero, me, Narrator, that's only 4?
We'll see about that.
Huh?
Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
This is more than just deja vu, though I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth. All of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. You were the one who did us in, villain. Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ.
Maybe,
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
Okay, since we killed the first time, try to save the second time, so we probably kill her this time, I guess.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
We're in an isekai?
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Not my problem, right? Who cares about the old world?
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme. Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Okay, let's try to save the princess all the way in that case, because we saved her the first time, kill her the first time. No need to do that one. No need to alternate. I'm with them. I'm going to find a way to save her from the cabin. Let's talk about this princess.
That's right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How is she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world. Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
It is what it is, huh? Variety Slimmer? No, I'm not variety. This is a horror game, quote unquote. Tomorrow will not be Slay the Spire, it will be another horror game as well. Then from Christmas Eve onwards, there might be a chance I'm not streaming, but from then on we'll be back to another 50 games of Iron Clan.
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this.
I'm special,
but
yay.
It's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are.
We're not even human. We're like some kind of monster.
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special.
Oh my god.
Why else would you be here?
What kind of special are you talking about, Mr. Narrator?
Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice. Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
Why? You're being cagey. Why? What aren't you telling
I
me?
told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word. Great.
Okay,
now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Okay, let's go. Turn around and leave. Let's go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she
You've
will
had
do
this before
everything in her power to stop you from
Viva la
slaying her.
Raza.
Don't believe.
We already told you we're not
Oh.
playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Alright, yeah.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
There's nothing here, right? Can
The
take.
interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting
It's
a
a different-
royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do
This
this
is a
right.
different place. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Mirror, mirror, hanging on the wall. You don't have to tell me who's the biggest fool of all.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
What? Why would you lie about that? What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
Hmm.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
We take the plate. We're going to try to jiggle the chain off instead of like cutting her hand off, because that's really not good.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us again. There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Okay, let's enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Why is there fire here? It's been here for some time, huh?
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top
fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Like the cut of your jib.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said
we're dashing. What is this, wild thornberries?
She called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Well, she killed us.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
We're going to save her again.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
We never saw a world end.
True.
I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? Do I have to cut you out again? I really didn't care for that last time. What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Doing my best, yay.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
No?
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Do I have to cut you out again? I really didn't care for last
I'm
time.
okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
I don't want to,
We
man.
won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Hello there, Sam.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
What's the real story here, man? There's something deeper, right?
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Can I lay her first before slaying her? What happened after I died last time?
You died, and now we're talking.
You died! You died! But before we started talking, did you end the world end? Did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want the world to end. I have no feelings one way or the other about the world ending. Honestly, the world sucks. People are plagued, and I hope it brought a slow and painful ruin to them all. No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
Yeah, easy as that.
See, she didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. I'm not so sure.
We rescued this time, Eric. We slayed her the first time. Now I'm just gonna see, and then we ended the game. Now that we rescued, quote unquote, rescued her the first time, we went from chapter 1 to chapter 2. So maybe we continue rescuing.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Yes.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Oh, wow.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Hey. 2D waifu get. Let's go.
Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved.
Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it.
You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
Live happily ever after. What do you want to do? We can leave and then we have... what
Let
do we
me
do?
guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before. I mean, you sort of did last time, but this is different.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
She has daddy issues.
You're so gullible.
I can be her
It's the
daddy,
only
if you
thing
know what I
you've ever
mean.
doubted the actual truth.
I think I want to leave, and I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something that you want. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. I think if you want to leave, let's leave.
That sounds perfect.
As the princess takes your hand in hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor, and with it tumbles the last hope for the entire world.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
That's a familiar move.
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
We're supposed to leave now, excuse me.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Do you think you can open it? Do you think you can open it?
Well, I don't know. Do you think I can?
I think you can, my dude.
Of course she can. You believe in her, right?
I believe in the princess.
Nobody is leaving this basement.
I think we can open it if we try together. Power of friendship, love and friendship, let's go.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
And
The lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you our love was insurmountable.
You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
romantic haze, your love will set you free.
Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
What the heck? What? But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Something has taken her away, and is left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go?
Warm her up.
Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd even go looking for her. The energy is gone. I think I'm supposed to look in the mirror.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
I can't believe she was taken away from us.
It is. Does that mean the world ended?
The villain vanquished.
I think, yeah, let's look in the mirror.
Dreadful about it.
I don't think you should. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right? I'm begging you, don't do this.
Why? It's the only thing that we can do. I mean, I can save and load, but I don't want to do that. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Who is that guy I see? Staring straight back at me. When will my reflection show who I am inside? silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It is time for you to see what's in it. The body, it's you. It's you. How are you, gentlemen? All your base belong to us. Well, it's a mouse. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. Why are you killing princesses? What did they ever do to you? You are at the cabin. This is a Slay the Spire mod. Leprechaun Ninja is not, by the way. Don't you know? This is exactly like Slay the Spire. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you? Destroy your body. What happened? Okay, let's explore.
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
Are you like the Gladys? GLaDOS, right? GLaDOS? What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not warn her. She has served her purpose.
So we affect the princess just like how the princess affects us, okay?
How can the world have
Is this
ended
ended?
if we are talking?
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
That's what she said. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself? But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of... Okay.
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Kinda? It kinda matters? Do we know what happened? Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Oh.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find.
Wow.
I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever? Let's wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you leave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
Heart-shaped box, Nirvana reference.
If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
What? The game crashed. The game actually just crashed. Okay, give me a moment. It's trying hard to be deep that it lost me.
You
Yeah,
have
same.
returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Wait, hold on, I just got an achievement. Attempt to outweight your destiny. I never left your side. Okay. Okay, this is achievement all at for. This is like DDLC kinda, right? Doki Doki Literature Club. Anyone in chat does not know what Doki Doki Literature Club is. Okay, anybody who doesn't know what DDLC is, please say in chat. Because if anybody doesn't know about it, I will not talk about that game at all. You don't? You know what that means, Sam? There's going to be a DDLC stream sometime in the future, just for you.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and Princess, a loving vessel, bring the damsel to her.
You're on a path in the woods.
You'll know it when you see it.
And at the end of that path is a cabin.
The real Slay the Princess starts
and in
here,
the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, we're supposed to
You're here to
save
slay her.
each and every one of the princesses
If
again.
you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Okay, fine, your princess. I'll go to the cabin and see the princess. Urgh. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin and then talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her. Maybe I won't. I guess we'll see. Yes, I'm definitely know where I'm going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go in the opposite direction now. Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Okay, I'm going to the cabin. She should turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Everyone's going to die, right? I don't care, I'm not killing a princess. Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Quietly continue down the path.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
What? I'm still continuing?
But fine,
Oh, yeah.
you turn around and
let's
trek
go.
back down the path you came.
It's like Stanley's Parable with a side of horror and romance. Exactly, Eric.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go into the cabin, don't I? Fine. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place. Let's
There's
go.
always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus
Oh my
on your
God.
surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
At least we're working out, right? We're running away from our responsibility.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Chapter 2, The Stranger Danger?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, you bastard. You're in it now. I'm wise to your tricks. But I died. How the world that? Yep, I'm hitting together now. Where I'm definitely going to say this. Yep. If I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just staying here in the woods forever. Stay in the woods forever. Let's go.
That's clever. A little boring, though.
Voice of the
It's
contrarian.
extremely boring. Can we really do that? Can we really just do nothing? No, you can't just do nothing. You have to do something. Alright, so it's decided. Even if it's boring, we're going to do nothing. Forever.
Yes, exactly.
Congratulations, you continue to waste everyone's time and do nothing. Wait, can you still hear me?
This is kind of like Outer Wilds, Sam. Right?
What is that weird feeling? It's like I'm barely even here anymore. Well, it's not nothing, that's for sure. Does that mean we messed up?
Kinda, yeah, kinda. The world around you is unwound. Its physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Memory returns. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. You already know what dwells in the empty spaces. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Confusion. Why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Force pushing. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am your only salvation. Denial. Return to your destined path or face the consequences. Okay.
You're on a path. You're here.
Okay, then, okay.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess with a warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Okay, proceed to the cabin. Let's go. We take the knife. We jink the...
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and
okay,
musty,
we
and
have
the
this.
blade is your implement.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
It's a different
There's a
princess
heavy
each
chain
time,
around
huh?
her wrist.
We killed this
binding
princess the first
her to
time.
the far wall. She's so coldly focused on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Are you here to kill me or something? No.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clack.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Now it's the lay the princess portion of the game, right?
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, this is pretty awkward. A relationship? Are you coming on to me? Ooh. How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. Okay, what's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Okay, we've talked enough. How am I supposed to get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't...
Ask her name, be polite. She doesn't know her name. We've already asked her name before.
Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
And Dr. Dre said, nothing you idiot, Dr. Dre said. She's locked out in my basement, haha.
She is. I'm sure of it.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I have my reasons. You think I just come here to kill someone without knowing why? That'd be ridiculous. You know why I'm here to kill you? I'm supposed to end the world. I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe.
And yet, you hesitated the moment you saw me. And you dropped your knife. If killing me was really that important, you'd have a little more gumption, don't you think? So, Someone put you up to this, right? And whoever it is, it's probably the same someone who shoved me into this dark pit and chained me to a wall.
That's a fair question. Who chained her in this basement, and if she's so dangerous, how did they manage to trap her? And why have we been left to do their dirty work? Don't give away the game, and don't let her distract you. That's exactly what she wants.
You just gave away the game, narrator, and I just lost.
I'm right, aren't I? So who put you up to this?
I'm here because I'm supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you would end the world. What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
So let's just
Don't just tell her that.
just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world.
Oh my god.
I think.
Is it bad that I'm being turned on right now?
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Allegedly? Oh my, this looks so good. What are you going to if I've been told enough? I was hoping you tell me. But I'm sure there are reasons for keeping the secret. No. And if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them, this one.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Alright, sure. Slay the princess, examine the chains. Let's do this.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, then my ideas besides, I'm going to go upstairs. Maybe the key is still lying around. Okay. Yeah, I can find something to break you free. Yeah, we don't click on this. Don't click on this option. Click on this option, she will eat her wrist, I think.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
No, just go down. No need to explore here.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Okay.
Easier for whom?
Easier for whom?
Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
So I still have to cut her out, huh?
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Let's go.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No.
This is the same as the previous time,
just
right?
can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Want her?
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
And resist again.
The blade. Move
Nah.
the blade.
Nope.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
In another life, you would be my girl. We'd be full of promises, be us against the world. But in another life, I would make you say, and I would say that you were the one who got away or something. I don't remember. Katy Perry, the one that got away.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your
But she can use the knife this time, huh?
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Okay, the prisoner. So there's a Contrarian, the prisoner, and the lover, the one that...
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay.
Deja vu?
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth.
The skeptic.
There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Whole thing just
We
happened.
could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you.
Let's
Those are
assume...
two very different. If you
Oh,
really
sorry.
don't remember what happened. That doesn't sound like this. But sure you are.
So you just now she's from the voice of the romance person now to scare. Okay,
Anyway,
like how the Contrarian
I
is
believe your
behind.
second
Okay,
question was, what's the point of doing anything? What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical, if it's the latter, do you think the people there... What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul. Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are. You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
Facts and logics. Let's just proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie.
Yeah, we've seen this.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
I like the skeptic a lot. Proceed to the cabin. Let's go. Where's the voice of the smitten? Okay, so
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon.
dungeon, right?
A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
So first time we came in unarmed. Then that's the smitten. I think that's the path towards going to get the smitten. This is technically the third time. The second time we just went back. Then we get the voice of the Contrarian. The third time, but then we ended without saving, quote unquote, saving the princess. This is our third time, right? Our third run. We brought the knife in. We get the skeptic. So I think now we're supposed to also bring the knife in again, or do something here to get this princess out. This version of the princess out. Yeah.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Different approach to the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or
About the mirror?
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabinet, but there was and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Take the knife. Or maybe don't take the knife. Yeah, take the knife.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless. That was there last time too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. See how long I can sit with her, yeah.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Whatever you say.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Okay.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
My intentions, what do you mean? I've been here before, am I the only one who remembers that? What happened after last time I died? I think I'm gonna leave, slay the princess.
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh? Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
Contingency? What?
A contingency for
Yeah.
what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Okay.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles. I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
What?
That's pathetic.
Yeah, exactly.
I never said I wasn't.
Yikes.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
Yeah.
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
The more I say, the less you know. You'll find it out anyway, just like before. Everything you say to me pushes me one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break.
Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Fine. But you won't get another word from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Makes the story boring if we told you the plot. But that's all I'm here for, Kakitokasi, is the plot, you know? The plot. What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
How am I supposed to cut you out? You didn't notice your head. If you didn't notice, your head is in a shackle too.
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that. She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't. Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
So basically, I'm effed either way, huh? That other chain on the wall, who is it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Inspect the shackle, I'm not going to give you a weapon. You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to trust me. I'm not giving you the weapon. In case you've forgotten, you killed me last time. I can cut you out of here. I'm not giving you a weapon. Okay, I'm trusting you. Give her the knife. I want to leave. Cut her out of your own. I think I'm going to leave. Bye, princess. No. She asked not to get closer, so we don't get closer. So I think I'm just going to give you the knife.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place. You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you? Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right? Oh, you've already tried to take over, buddy.
Angry grumbling.
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you? A little? I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat.
I don't like where this is going.
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck. No!
Look away, watch in an uneasy silence.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. Last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra.
I'm gonna be sick, man.
As it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh. So that's her play.
I play shiv on myself
Killing
multiple
herself?
times.
She isn't dead yet. Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
Yes.
The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world. Are you sure she's not winking at us? Obviously not. She is thoroughly deceased. I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward. We should take her with us, don't you think?
Yes, take her
What?
with us.
No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that? I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell,
Yeah.
we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right? You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave. Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them. I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things, the danger has passed. You can relax. I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down. I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
Take the princess with you.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin. Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved. She didn't. She's dead.
This is A20. Yes, Leprechaun Ninja, this is definitely A20.
What if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
I'm looking at the eyes of the princess. Now, I think I'm hallucinating, man. I'm hallucinating her winking.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Yeah, this is the prequel of how the heart got up there.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
Well played. Talking Heads. Talking Heads? That's a band reference? It's a band I've not listened to at all. Well played.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... Over? Is he gone? But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Then she grabs the head. The other one, okay, can. So that's two princesses we've given to the whatever this thing is. But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory
She's
returns.
Where does she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but not the end for me. It's going to be okay. We're just gonna okay?
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
No, that can't be right. There has to be something more.
Approach the mirror, let's go. You approach the mirror. Gaze into my reflection. When will my reflection show who I am inside? Silence as you move forward. I've said that joke already. They've gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The bloat. I've grown. You've grown. What does that mean? You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete. Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Clean slate. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
Can you stop sounding so deep, please?
I
Put it in
cannot
layman
tell you
terms.
what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I was back, yep.
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
I think I played too many card games, my brain cannot handle the story anymore. I play Pot of Greed and draw two additional cards. There are no pathetic cards in my deck, Yugi. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers.
There are no wrong answers, huh?
And every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
I am very afraid of this phrase, by the way. There are no wrong answers. Because in engineering, there are actually no wrong answers. The wrong answer is... There is one wrong answer. The wrong answer is that you can't bleed money from your client. That's the wrong answer. Do you have any Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
I like her the most though. She's badass. So you don't have any preferences on how you like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
Okay.
You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
I'm ready to go back. Let's go.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark. We die. Chapter 1. The hero gets to vessel. Bring the prisoner's head to her. Okay, can.
You're on a path. You're here.
Okay, go back. Wait. Oh, I can't go back. I have to continue to the cabin. Oh, I cannot go back. I cannot go back for the contrarian.
You make your way. A warning. She will
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the blade.
Just enter the basement.
The door to the base. Her voice
Hello?
is don't let it.
Continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason.
But there's the,
It
yeah.
would be better if you had a weapon. But you walk down the stairs and she's beautiful. I am begging you to
Hi.
Examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you.
You're making a
No. You're doing the right.
You walk up to the chains binding the prince. They're large and heavy. Far too solid.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's some doubtful. Whoever.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas? Go upstairs.
Okay. I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the base. Is someone else here?
Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. Easier for everyone. Look at the map.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here.
There's a slight panic rise.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out.
She barely
Hey.
had as she rips her flesh from. It's the blade from up. Or we could use. You won't like.
We've already done this before. Let's slay the princess here.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and the wound drives her to the ground. Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us.
This is a boss fight
It's
now?
an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees.
We can still turn this around.
Maybe she'll bleed out. Give up, finish the job. Let's just finish the shop this time, right? Yeah.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive?
Yeah, excuse me?
Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised.
Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job.
You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons. And then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
Right, it's still no Spire. Hello there, Mango Jango. Tomorrow also maybe not be. It may not be Spire tomorrow as well.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Also, what are you talking about? This is Slay the Spire in visual novel form. Chapter 2, The Witch.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay.
Turn around and leave to the cabin.
A terrible sense of deja vu. If he doesn't remember what happened, then brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
This is the COVID brain fog, huh? Proceed.
A warning. She will lie. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
Let's go. So we had the romantic, right? The first one. Then the prisoner, now the witch.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Explore the mirror. And I think this time we don't take the blade.
You walk up to the wall.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
It's under the
No
basement,
blade. I hope you know what you're getting us into. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Yeah, definitely.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair.
I am suffering right now, Mango Jango.
The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw,
Oh my god,
waiting to swallow you up into
a Slay the
earth.
Spire reference? Also, what do you mean by I need to see someone suffer, huh, Mango Jango? Is that why you come to my stream, to see me suffer? In which case, I hope you enjoy yourself.
The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
I'm not nasty. Wait, no, that's not. Hold up.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Yeah. I'll consult with chat. Chat is always right, right? Right,
Do
chat?
you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
Yeah, right.
Fine. You're the boss.
I'm the boss.
Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true.
We need to get this princess out, right?
I'm
This
just
version of the
glad
princess
we
out.
could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first.
I'm back. Hello,
Maybe
Nicola.
we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
There are like many different versions of the princess that you're supposed to bring to this like omnipotent thing, Nicola.
Well, I
This is the
seem to
third
remember
version.
you having a tongue.
I'm sorry about last time. Things got kinda out of hand.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. Well, if you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
I get that the sense that you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
We both died last time. Can't bygones be bygones.
You were the one who stabbed me in the back when I was still in chains. A dirty little thing like you doesn't get to decide when all is fair.
Look, I know. Things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
I didn't bring my blade down, remember? How am I supposed to get you out of the chains?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
But you didn't have to cut me out. something, act like we were nothing, and I didn't even need your love. You treat me like a stranger, and it feels so rough. No, you didn't have to stoop so low. Have your friends collect your number, and then have your friends collect your records, and then change your number. Guess that I don't need that though. Now you're somebody that I used to know.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Okay, why are you going to stab me in the back if I help you out of here?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them?
Plants close to the chest. Is that a Slay the Spire reference with cards? Oh my god, Franklin! Oh, my mind is blown right now. Oh my gosh!
But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
No, because maybe now we got bad blood. We used to have mad love. Because now we have problems, and we need something to solve them. Because now we have bad blood. Hey, I don't remember Tillis' bad blood.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential
You love it, alright.
backstabbing
Go ahead,
event.
She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember? Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing.
See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Not enough to free you. Definitely not enough to close. Okay. Let's leave.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her.
Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time.
You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted.
I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
We have to trust her.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you.
Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her.
No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself.
But
the princess is silent as you both continue the climb out.
Oh no, this is so
In no
tense,
time
man.
at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach.
isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened.
You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you?
Why did you just say that? I think we know why.
You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Yet Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands
The
against the
frog
far
goes to
wall,
nature.
gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realise that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several.
You know what? I'll say it. That
sucks.
sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that?
It's what I would have done.
Have you considered not being like that?
Have you considered not being a piece of shit?
Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
So you made the wrong choice. I can't get up, you broke my back. What the hell was that for? I was trying to help you out of here. We were never going to get out those stairs, were we? You could have gotten out of here to say nothing.
Oh, I broke your back, did I? You were the one who started this little game. You were the one who chose spite and violence and conflict. If not for your betrayal, I could have had my freedom a lifetime ago. But I'm the victor now, and that means I get to select my prize. If only I could decide which is better. Do I kill you with my own hands? Or do I let you suffer the way you decided to let me suffer? Maybe I'll do a bit of both.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back. And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first.
Yeah.
Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it?
Ironclad? Is that a Slay the Spire reference? Oh my gosh. This is actually Slay the Spire. Wow, they made my marriage and divorce into a bit too real like autocracies.
The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up.
Ho ho ho! So she's got it as bad as us.
It seems you're not the only one who's broken.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Worms don't have tongues, I think.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Okay, yes. Okay, we got it. Nice. But you don't get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory
She's gone.
returns.
And there's that mirror again.
Trust me, you've been here before.
It
You'll
feels
get
so
scared.
bad. Like, looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
Going to be nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you say so. We'll trust you.
Finally, we're going places.
You approach the mirror. When will my reflection show who I am inside? 3 times I've done this reference now. Silence as you reach forward. They've gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. The decay I've withered. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. Silent, holy moly, like the other game.
A glowing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Same but different. You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I am near you. I have no opinion one way or another. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're touching me. I hate it, and I think I hate you. We're gonna get ourselves the ultimate waifu. This is actually VN choices. We're gonna make sure that she likes us. Let's go.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
I feel bad picking the first option now that she said that. Because I'm clearly having ulterior motives. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is hope, marred by bitterness. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous and weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
I'm still planning to kill you once we're done with this.
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. But know that I do not wish you harm, even if you attempt to destroy me.
Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Have you figured out what you'll want when we finish?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Knowing you, knowing me. Is that an ABBA song, by the way? Knowing you, knowing me. Knowing you, knowing me is the best I can do. Or is it? No. Okay, I got the lyrics wrong, I think. Do you still not care what I bring next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Knowing me, knowing you is the best I can do. Yes, that's a song. Knowing me, knowing you, not knowing you, knowing me. So you don't have any preferences on how you like to change or grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Let's go.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
An untrusting vessel bring the witch to her. Okay.
Your Honor, you're here.
Okay, so okay, so now we need to kill her. We kill her. And then we have to bring her corpse. This is the
You
like
make
the
your
first time
way
we
up
killed
the
her,
short
yeah.
path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning, she will...
Okay, proceed to the cabin. Let's go. This is all the same so far.
The interior blade.
Take the knife
You take the
and then just stab her.
door. Her voice.
Who's there?
She said, don't let it... Good.
So
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the prince. She's so... Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too...
Just slay her, right? Yeah, just slay.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced. Yes. Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
No.
It's over. Don't get
You have
all
to check-
worked up.
We'll check the body this time.
We should make sure. I really don't... And why shouldn't we? Is there some... I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy.
Yeah, we've seen this before.
The prince...
Check for a pulse.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you.
Okay.
For whatever that's worth.
How are we going to bring this princess from the other side?
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Bing! Dark Soul sound. The Razor. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin, you're here to... A terrible sense. If he doesn't remember what happened, then...
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Okay, we probably have to take the blade with us this time, right? Because when we went to the witch, she killed us and she also died herself. So we have to, like, again, mutually assured destruction again this time.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
You couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you. We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine. The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards.
Broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. Maybe you can play with reform?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall. What are you talking about? You reach forward, but there was...
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
We take the knife.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay.
Feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her earn for what she's done to us.
Yeah.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
Like a crowbar or something?
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
I've been stuck down here forever.
There's something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for
We're not
that,
falling for
are
this
we?
one, yeah.
She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
If I come close to you, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you?
What? No, I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason. And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
Okay. This is probably good. I thought the witch was tough. This is probably going to be even tougher. Oh boy. Okay, let's get it over with.
She certainly feels threatening.
Yeah.
Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
But you know who is armed? You. So stop second guessing yourself and do your job.
We need to get her out of the cabin, right? Yeah.
I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Do you remember what happened last time?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, surely I would remember that. but I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
Last time? What are you talking about? Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that loop back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right?
Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
So that's exactly what happened. So you do remember it.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again?
Yes.
I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Aha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count. Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
But violence breeds violence, but in the end it has to be this way. I know you have a knife. I let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife? And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would
Hello.
be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Hello there, GRJ4.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
There will be bloodshed. The man in the mirror watches back. I don't remember the rest of the song. Prove it then. Prove that you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you. But I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
Stabbing implements. But what if you're just hiding it somewhere secret?
I've shown you all of my hiding spots. What kind of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere secret.
Secret?
Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not. My secret zones are for me, only they have nothing to do with you or my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
In your hair. Ah, so true.
Her smile drops for a moment, her expression sharp and flat.
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there.
I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems serious.
Or else this will be a R18 game.
Of course, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have something hidden somewhere. We know for a fact she's armed.
I like to trust you, but you're being so sus. I like to trust you, but you're so sus right now.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh? Silly little bird face thinks he's so serious coming down here but doesn't know anything. Thinks he can tell me to get rid of all the knives I don't even have while he gets to wave one around right in front of me. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
Girl, admit it's your hair. I'm not dumb.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now?
You're acting like you are.
My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity. Fine, and will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
Exactly. Can we just talk things through?
But we we don't have anything to talk through. We're strangers and this place is cramped and annoying and you should just come over here and let me out.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
I don't have the key.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure. Okay, I'm bored now.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. Shit. In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion.
Oh my god.
Huh.
It's her arm is the blade.
She did have a knife of her own after all.
No.
How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains. And those chains stop her from continuing her advance. At least for a moment.
It turns out it might not have been in her head. We should have known it was her arm. We should have played disarm -3 strength and should have been 1 arm less. See, this is another Slay the Spire reference. This game is actually Slay the Spire, not Slay the Princess.
She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion. And then she slices through her arm. Okay, maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace. Ah, shit! Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it. And use it you do. But unfortunately for you, and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched. You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defense. She's much better at this than she was last time. Yeah, it's unreal.
Bloody cheater.
Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
With a squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3, The Arms Race. This ain't a scene, it's a goddamn arms race.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
I know what to go Uber her. Go.
You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp.
And give her food.
Constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
Cards? This is a Slay the Spire reference.
Nobody holds the cards. That's how it's always been. That's unfortunately how reality works. The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore.
The hunted.
We have to fight. What's the point of fighting if she's just going to win every time? It hurts being sliced to pieces.
Slice is a card from Slay the Spire.
Nothing. Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
Broken equals watcher reference. So true, Pridewin.
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp. That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually. And what if we never do? Don't be like that. I know things are hard right now, but we gotta stay positive. If they're confident, then I'm confident. So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to?
Standing here, I realized that you were just like me, trying to make history, but who's to judge the right from wrong? But when our guard is down, I think we'll both agree that violence breeds violence. But in the end, it has to be this way. This is exactly like Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
Terrible. Zul, you're so bad.
You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
Approach the
Make
mirror.
your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again. Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to
Find a way to win once. Okay, Ken.
Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
The past isn't real, huh?
Your
Oh my god.
bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
Is it still in her arm? I'm gonna say yes. But she got double guns now. And I'm only with a small dagger. Look at my small dagger compared to her huge arms. Sword arms.
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
That's what she said.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
That's Claw Plus so true, Sam. Slay the Spire all the way. We're obviously finding it. We're going to appeal to authority, puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. Oh, that's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her. She has swords for arms and we don't. We're panicking. We're going to fight her and we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. All of these ideas stuck. Something better. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it here. I think of something better.
Yeah, that's right. We just have to think. There's probably an answer if we think.
Just standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
You don't have time to finish your thought. In a moment, she's across the room, blades flashing in the dim starlight.
Go under her legs and stab her in the back. Unless she has knives in her back, then you're dead.
She skewers you.
Oh my god, Slay the Spire reference.
Ow! What a surprise. Yeah, we don't even get a second to think without her stabbing us.
Hey, the skeptic is back.
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead, and that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances.
This is a reference to my Spire gameplay.
Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her. As long as we keep moving.
Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
Come on, show me something new.
Okay, plan. Now.
Fighting her so she wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. It doesn't work. She kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder.
Stubborn.
She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
Do you see that? We almost had her. That was luck. We only have to get lucky once. Just panic. Flee.
Let's panic, flee, paranoid.
Skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels.
Broken equals me when there's a giant line of the Lucy room to get food. What does that mean?
She skewers you.
A lunch.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time. That's all we need.
One more run. That's all we need.
And then everything goes dark. And you die.
Chapter 4, Mutually Assured Destruction. Okay.
You're on it. Don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take you from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Oh my god, Claw, that's a Slay the Spire reference.
Oh, what if? Throw it out the window. Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
Sure, I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top.
Seeing top, that's a Slay the Spire reference. We've died a lot. They even dissing your ironclad races. Thanks for like hurting me emotionally, Sam.
There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... Yeah, leave it to the pros.
How many times have you been here? This is good. This is how about you voice of the cheated. How about you stick to describing things and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
I think they're all British. GRG4.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not going to wait for an answer.
Okay,
I'm
sure.
just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red gleams of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. It becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Okay, so we have to. She has 800 HP. She can only take up to 200 a turn, right? The only relic we have is apparently Ninja Scroll. We're not silent. Obviously, we're like probably ironclad, I guess. We're dead. 820 hard fight, exactly, Sam. It's just like my Slay the Spire game.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit!
Oh my god. Exactly.
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
Divinity form, that's a Slay the Spire reference.
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
Do you think we can throw her out the window? That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up.
Yes, exactly, GRG4.
She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
Me IRL.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Save and quit, that's a Slay the Spire reference for saves coming.
This
All right,
is all
sir.
just
Forget.
Empty mind, that's a Slay the Spire reference.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, and yet through your inaction your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as a blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else. No, wait, what? Nothing personnel, kid.
You're incredible.
That's what she said. Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. Get the perfect angle and throw it in her heart and you win. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow. Ebb and flow? Ebb and flow? The shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. What was that achievement? Water and Seal. Master yourself and vanquish a sharp foe. You do not see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. So do you. You do so, I mean. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. The remains you have unraveled. Oshiete kono shikumi o Boku no naka ni dareka iru no kawaretayo sono sekai de kimi no wareu nani mo mietsu ni the Tokyo Ghoul intro, the first one, unraveled by I forgot the band's name, but that's like a really good song. You find yourself in the quiet, long quiet once again. Anybody watch Tokyo Ghoul? Never mind. Was it the cabin? You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
What were you reading? There was a song. A song for let me just link it YouTube Unravel. Oh, TK from I can't read the Japanese. Toshite. I just link you the Tokyo Ghoul opening lah. Okay, correct one. And let's go. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Okay, this reads exactly like the beginning of not the beginning, the first few chapters of Sophie's World, right? Where the idea of something must have coming from nothing came about. Oh man, that's a book I read a long time ago. Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Alan Wake. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No. Their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does. When I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does. When I find him, I'm going to kill him. No, he does, but when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers, yeah.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
How many more vessels?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me.
Do you believe in
I will
gravity?
be singular. A final multitude.
If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm going to stay here.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
So, one more princess, huh? There is no waiting forever. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you. Whatever it takes or how my heart breaks, I will be right here waiting for you, Richard Marx. A sharp vessel.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the base, you're here to...
Okay, let's go.
You make your warning. She will
Proceed to the cabin.
into the blade.
Enter basement. We don't take the blade this time.
Her voice
Hello?
is don't.
Continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may. You walk down the stairs and lock. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi.
Let's talk for a bit first.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep you locked away. I'm sorry. Go back upstairs. Keep her locked away, right?
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is
So I'm the only one who liked.
One way or another? But if you don't, I can
you have to make a choice.
You retrieve the blade, examine. No, lock her in the basement.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. Do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
Okay, no, we can
Be
lock
the
out
death
here.
of all of us, but fine.
Yeah.
We'll do it your.
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Once held the blade, so there's no blade. Also barricade. There's a Slay the Spire reference.
Okay, we can make this work.
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come.
Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece.
I can fix
I
her.
won't forget what you did, and I'll never forget it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
No, it doesn't.
So that was all just an act, was it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a piece of a monster. Threaten me all you want. All it does is ease my guilty conscience.
I can be innocent and harmless if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Where is she?
Where's Rachel?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
Someone do you hear what's happening? Okay, I'm so lost. Okay, so basically, we are like some kind of monster that is supposed to slay the princess, right? So there are multiple choices in your head. there's us, there's me right now, the player. There's always the voice of the hero and the voice of the narrator, and then plus one other voices as we die and try to as we go on through this loop. So when we quote unquote free the princess, right? Something in the long quiet or long dark will try to like grab her and then become like her personality. And from there, and when enough of these pieces of the princess go to her, whatever thing that we have been feeding will become full.
Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Nightmare? Why am I always fighting the wrong kind?
You're on a path. You're here.
Okay, who are we with?
If he doesn't remember what... Shh!
The
what
paranoid.
If he is us? That's a very good... Shit! I think you'll find...
Proceed to the cabin. Let's go.
A warning. She will lie.
I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time.
It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your
Need
task
deep breathers in the
awaits,
chat?
and only you can do it.
Any deep breathers in the chat? Mirror on the wall. This whole cabin is different from what I remember, yeah.
Very different.
I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right? She knows that we're here.
Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died. You certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Focus as a Slay the Spire mechanic.
You're right. I was so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even notice it there.
What are you two talking about? There isn't a mirror. There's death. There isn't.
We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there is a trick to get us to do exactly what he wants.
Why would you lie about that? Not being... Okay, just approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next.
This really isn't...
Wipe clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
Just enter the base with the
We
knife.
should have taken the knife. I don't think going down there unarmed is going to do us any favours.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness.
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
I'm going to talk to her. We don't need a plan. I'm going to kill her. Mr. seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists right now. Step off into the void in between the stairs. Step off into the void between the stairs.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I don't know. It was worth a shot, right? I was curious. I don't know. Falling is better than going downstairs and dying. I'm just scared.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
I'm going to find you. Go back the way you came.
You turn back to the stairs, only to find that they aren't there. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
As your blood begins to coagulate, it's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death.
Crap.
Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. The way out of here is nowhere to be seen. That isn't my fault. Doesn't matter whose fault it is, because fighting her isn't an option right now.
So it's nearly 11 PM. I'm going to go into ASR mode, okay?
Then you should get looking, shouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you finish me off?
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you die, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck.
feels like static. And then...
Hey, snap out of it.
Shit, make her stop.
Okay, deep breath. Deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, you're back.
One moment, and then you're gone. Just like that. Ah, and there's the fear.
She pulls away.
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it? I've already done that.
What happened after you killed me
I
last
tried to
time?
leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can live without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
If you need me alive, then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me?
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't let you leave. And if I let you out, what are we going to do? Take us separate ways? If we want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Oh wow. You mean, okay.
Destroy is such an unenlightened way of putting it. So sudden, so violent, so little nuance. I'm not going to destroy the world, but I am going to hold it in my hands and squeeze it. I'm going to make it afraid, just like I've made you afraid. The world needs fear, doesn't it? Every terror I bring would make the good times so much better. Well, I'm practically doing a public good. So what harm is there really in letting me out?
People will die who do to them what you've done to me.
But everyone dies eventually. They're all full of wet, writhing things, and in the end, each and every one of them gets unwound. And then those things get to become a new everybody. Just to come apart all over again. All I want is to be there for it. I want to watch it happen, and maybe do a little unwinding myself. Is that really so much to ask?
What if I let you out? What then? Do I have to do this?
Definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
Yeah, but I'm using it as well. What if I refuse? We don't have to be enemies. We can even be friends.
I'm
Even.
glad you're seeing things my way.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
No!
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving.
Do you think you can just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster?
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Shit!
With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
Come along now. You don't want to be stuck down here.
The princess glides onto the stairs and beckons you to follow. If only you had a weapon. This would be the perfect opportunity to use it. But we don't. We've already made
our choice.
We can still grab it on the way out.
You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the suggestions for the time being. Just focus on keeping us alive.
Right. Heart, lungs, liver,
Follow on to the steps and follow the princess. Let's go.
You step onto the basement stairs, following the princess as she ascends. Pins and needles punctuate your every step, an uncomfortable and constant reminder of your mortality. Is this really worth it? At least it's a choice.
It's a choice.
That doesn't justify anything. A terrible choice is still terrible.
It's still a
Make
choice.
sure you keep up. We wouldn't want you to fall.
As if acting on instinct, you crane your neck and look behind you. There is nothing there. The princess reaches the top of the stairs and taps on the door. Her head twists back in your direction, watching you with dead eyes as the way out creaks open. Don't forget that your pristine blade is still on the other side. You can still make this right. You can still save everyone. You can still save yourself from becoming her tormented pet.
But if I want to be the tormented pet?
There's no harm in us having a weapon. All it does is give us more options, and we are dangerously low on those right now. Have you considered that maybe you could operate the autonomic nervous system for a bit? Everyone is trying to manipulate us, and I can only do so many things at once to keep us alive. Heart. Liver? Your body seizes violently as you regain consciousness on the floor of the cabin. No! You're doing it all wrong. You're supposed to do it like this. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. I guess I have to do everything around here, don't I? Heart.
Lungs, liver, nerves.
There we go. Back with me where you belong. I thought you might have decided to break yourself just to spite me. It's better for you that you didn't. Now we can get back to business. For starters, we won't need this where we're going.
The princess plucks the blade from the floor and tosses it through the door behind you. It vanishes into the inky black of the basement, never to be seen again. Guess we're not stabbing her in the back. I guess not. I'm going to fix myself a stiff drink. If I'm about to watch you hand the world to her on a silver platter, I'd rather not be sober.
And now you open the door.
There's nothing else for us to do.
Into the world, let's go.
The doorknob twists in your
A
hand,
world of terror, let your terrors loose one over.
revealing the forested path beyond the cabin. You bastard. You've actually done it. You've actually doomed every liver, nerves.
It's so beautiful. I can't wait to ruin it. But it's so cold, too. It's itching against my skin.
The princess, exhausted, slumps to the ground.
Why is it so cold?
You do not get the chance to respawn, nor will you ever. It's time to return. Memory returns.
She's gone. Oh, and there's that mirror.
Approach the mirror, let's go. You approach the mirror, gaze into the reflection. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. You need to see what's in it. You're nothing at all. That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see a figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Crack slides on the center mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it?
The wicked one,
You
Wonka
needed
S.
help,
there.
after all.
Egoman Freeman.
An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
So by Slay the Spire reference. What are you? Are you something like me?
I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Others like you. You've said something like that before. Has every narrator really been
Of
different?
course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Do you have anything to say for yourself for all of this
I do.
hubris?
People out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
I have so many more questions
Then
for
ask
you.
them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
Does it hurt when pieces of, I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look?
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
You can ask a few questions. What is my true identity?
You're the Long Quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
I'm the Long Quiet.
Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
So you know about Luke. Are you a god or were you a god? Wow, what is
She
the
is the
business?
shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
Run out of questions. I think you're out of time. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all
I've
this.
said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of the glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. Long Quiet, all of this is you. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. A terrifying vessel bringing the nightmare to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I miss you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently awaits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Do you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
Mommy is back. Feels good, man. I am the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Slay the shifting mount. There's so many stories we left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions. I need answers before I can make a choice.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach. And you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Oh crap, I made a lot more violent choices than the non-violent choices.
Fear pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known. If losing a body is contained within having a body, losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious. It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of entities, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you? You took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown, and through that, you feared nothing.
It wasn't a rejection for you. You broke me off to your will. You wanted to make the world suffer. You act as if you're not above it but all, but you're not. I'm not afraid anymore. Even if I'm not afraid now, the fear of others is real. We can't uphold the harm that everyone suffers just because we're beyond it.
Others cling to fear because they have not yet seen beyond it. Will you strip the beauty of transformation just because some refuse to acknowledge it?
A boundless torrent of blades catch you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead, and alive and dead, all at once. You learned to put yourself away and to follow the flow of reality, and you used it to rise above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. Unjust impossibilities pushed you to become something you would never have been without them.
If we hadn't snatched that body away, we would have killed each other. We were self-destructive. It felt so good to finally win, even if it was going to cost my life. Even if the journey was agony, the end gave the struggle meaning. I won't engage with violence. False. Stop the fight early and surrender. Even if the journey was agony, the end gave the struggle meaning.
And even then, what we saw was not an ending. When I thought I had reached an unconquerable peak, you showed me how much further I could still climb.
A trick behind your
back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't, for each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
If there are no endings, there are no limits. If there are no limits, then there is no difference between the growth and decay. What I have already come so far. What more is there left for me to see? With time, it could have been better. With time, it could have both been better.
And there is always time. To question everything is to deny proof of the reality that lies in front of you. To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever. But you did not live alone. You found me, and we held trust in each other for no reason than to believe in something that wasn't us. Cold skepticism turned to liberation, but it required a journey to blossom. Though you have blossomed, do you have no more journeys left to make? What of those in the spaces beyond? Would you erase the path ahead to hold everyone still?
Path is a metaphor. I want to protect them all. I don't want to keep anyone still. What does the path matter if it always ends?
The path only ends when it becomes a new beginning. To see those seams as finality is to pass over them with closed eyes. Your little heart takes a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me, and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Feeling never left me. I was we both know that.
Then there's no need for you to fight with me now. Whenever you're ready, we can move together, hand in loving hand.
No, I won't live with you. Not until you see things from my perspective.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
I don't know what the answer is, but there is one. But there has to be something. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't set you free. You've done everything you can do to make me understand, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. Okay. So we leave. We kill. We imprison. The game is called Slay the Princess. I am going to slay the princess.
Even now you think you can destroy me. If it takes all of eternity to break your delusion, I will still break it.
You don't have to face her alone.
Which hero are you? I can do this alone. Where's everyone? You have no idea how good it is to hear you. I thought you died when looking bigger.
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
Is this smart or pretending to be smart? I'm stupid. I think this is pretending to be smart. Ego man, free man. You have no idea. Where's everybody
They're
else?
still where you left them, stuck in the folds of this place. Part of me is with them, just like part of me is with you right now. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready, my dude.
Then let's go.
What the heck?
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to... Yeah,
For old time's sake.
of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows.
Oh my god, look at the windows.
You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really mentioned the windows, did he? There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know I've already mentioned it, but if we want to see this through, we're gonna need that blade.
Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
I don't actually know how to feel about him being gone. It's funny, after everything he put us through, I kind of had sad to see him go.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
It's almost over, isn't it? That's okay. Let's just talk, the two of us. One more time, before you kill me.
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
Shouldn't keep her waiting, huh? Keep you waiting,
You're
huh?
really going to do it then, aren't you? You're really going to kill me. You don't have to. You know that, right? But if that's what you want, we might as well talk a bit first. I wouldn't mind a few extra minutes.
Slay the princess.
So this is really it then. Let's see this through.
So this is what it feels like to actually die. I think this is for the best. I don't know what the world will be like without me. But it can't be that bad if it still has you in it. I've always loved you.
Oh.
Don't forget me.
Did I make the wrong choice? I don't know, man. You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged and left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself, but the world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
No, she's not. A small part of us with her.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter, we don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
You leave the basement behind. And then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas. But there is even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor, a world free from death. Set yourself free. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. And then the shattering, you are free, and before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute reality, one forged by your will and by your long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
It's finally over, isn't it? But all of us are still here.
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination. We really did win, didn't we? We're the house now. We get to make the rules.
This is nice. No more hunting. No more running. Just us. And whatever's out there.
Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him?
The whispering and the coercion and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this.
That wasn't very hard at all. Speak for yourself.
Well, boys, how does it feel?
Well,
We're not
boys.
just on top of the pecking order, we are the pecking order now. I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable. Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it. Time mends a lot of things. You'll get better. Hear, hear, to our vanquished foe. It's good to be back. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We can do that, yeah?
Yeah, we can do that.
A new and unending dawns. Slay the princess. Our song finished the game. The princess, the world ended, it wasn't easy, the shifting mounts, movement 1. Oh, a track. Oh. Oh, so you can, okay, there's actually more songs we haven't heard yet, okay. And hey. Oh, this is heavy, man, and hey. If you like what you see, consider follow me on Twitch. I have a YouTube page where I upload my VODs and occasionally highlights. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and all that good stuff. In any case, I've been Zul, this has been Slay. I was about to say Slay the Spire, but this has been Slay the Princess. And as usual, thank you for joining me. Oh my gosh, so this was a lot heavier than I thought it would be. She's so sad in the... I might actually cry myself to sleep, I think. I think I made the wrong choice of slaying here. I don't know, man. This is complicated. I'm gonna send y'all to Money Money Loot. Tomorrow should be non-spire. One more night of non-spire unless we cannot finish tomorrow's game tomorrow. Yeah, I might not stream on Christmas Eve. Then for a while I will not be streaming. So yeah. See you guys tomorrow, then maybe in the new year, I don't know. In any case, see you guys next time. Bye bye guys.